Hey guys, welcome to Simply FPL, brand new fantasy football channel on YouTube. I've been thinking about putting videos on YouTube for years, so since lockdown, I've had so much free time. I thought, well, why not give it a bash? So if I sound pretty wooden, that's probably because I have never done one of these before. So hopefully it gets better as time goes on. Or if I never put up another video again after today, you can probably guess how this one went. Anyway, let's get right into it. So we'll talk about my team today, how I got on last week, and also I've decided to use my wildcard. So we'll talk about why I've decided to use that, and also what I'm going to potentially be wildcarding into. We'll then also go through the game week 3 captains. So the weekly points. So here's how I did. So after a strong first week where I was like in the top 200,000, I got off to a great start with this week. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Rodriguez, 29 points between them. I think I was like top 50,000 by the end of that day. I actually only put Rodriguez in last minute as a last minute replacement for Dele Alli. So I was absolutely buzzing when he got all those points. But then it was just all downhill from there. So Dallas, part of a 4-3 defeat. There was 1 point. Mitchell, one of my best performing defenders, was on the bench, got himself 5 points. Aubameyang, captain, did okay, got an assist, but he was basically playing wing back. So I think, like a lot of people, he's definitely gone from the team now. Nketiah, again, I started him last week. Thought I only got 20 minutes or whatever it was, so I'll bench him. Comes on for 10 minutes, bangs in a goal, and gets 3 bonus points. Like, when do you ever see a player get 3 bonus points when they only play 10 minutes? But yeah, that's what happened. Dyer versus McCarthy, I was joking that like I wanted that to be a 0-0, but there'll probably be 9 goals in it, and obviously it finished 5-2. So between the two of them, they got 1 point. St. Maximin came off after in the first half, so he's injured. Basuma got sent off, so he's luckily on the bench. And then obviously Salah blanked, and so did Werner. So what was a great start to the week ended up with game week rank almost 4 millionth. My overall rank dropped to 1.2 millionth. It made me strongly consider to use the wild card, which after Sunday's games, I was just like, fine, the wild card has to be used. So that's what I've done. So why did I use the wild card? So in essence, my plan was always to get rid of Aubameyang for a City player. So that in game week 3. So that was my one transfer used. Problem is, though, we had St. Maximin was injured. Basuma got a red card. There was a couple of players that just weren't looking too great, and Nketiah wasn't getting games. And usually I never do the wild card early. I usually wait till like game week 7, 8, 9, 10. And by the time I wait to use it, every single year, I'm like, if I'd have just used it in game week 2, game week 3, I'd have had much better points. So I'm deciding to test that theory. And I think ultimately I'm a degenerate gambler at heart. So the idea of being able to make 15 substitutes, that's great. So that's my week made. So this isn't the final wildcard team. In fact, it's not. Like, there's a good few players that will be changed there. What I do, and what you should always do when you use the wild card, if you use it early, transfer in all the players that are probably going to get price rises. Because if they go up by 0.1 million and you sell them, you don't get any benefit. But some of those players could go up by 0.2 million by the time Friday comes around. So when I sell them, I'll obviously gain 0.1 million in value. 7 of those players right there have already gone up by 0.1 million since I employed the wild card. So yeah, if a couple of them go up to 0.2 million, it's just free value. So you always want to do that. So yeah, there's a load of changes. So what's going to change from that team? I'm pretty settled on what the team will be. So this is what I'm kind of up to now. So as you can see, I've changed the goalkeeper. I was planning on doing that anyway, just after seeing Southampton letting 5 goals. Like McCarthy had 2. It wasn't just that he was facing a lot of shots. He didn't look very good either. So Martinez saved a pen for Villa, looked really good. And also Villa looked quite good as well. So like I think for 4.5 million, he's going to be in there. We're still not keeping a sub goalie. It's just a waste of value, I think. So what we're going to do, I reckon we're going to have a back line of 4 defenders every week, and it doesn't matter who they play. So I've got 4 defenders that can all get attacking returns, and all 4 play for teams that you'd hope will get quite a lot of clean sheets. And then we've got Mitchell as the 4 million backup. So I think every week from now it's going to be James, Dina, Alexander-Arnold and Seiss just as a back 4. I'm not going to have any thinking. I hopefully won't need to waste any subs unless they're injured. So they're all in there. My midfield, midfield was just like where all the money wanted to go. Like I toyed with so many different players, but I've kind of arrived on this. So Salah, I just don't think can go anywhere. Like he's a one-man machine. I know Mane got the 2 goals there at the weekend, but I just think for 12 million, Salah always has to be in there. And when he's playing at home, he's almost always going to be captain. Phil Foden. So after last night, he's probably going to be rotated a bit with Mahrez, but I think for 6.5 million to get a City midfielder that'll allow you to have Jesus up front as well. I just think it's a no-brainer. Like he was so attacking last night as well. Like he got his goal, could have had a couple of assists, could have had a couple more goals. I think Foden's, if he can get 2 out of every 3 games, he's going to be one of the best players in fantasy football per million this year. Son, again, bring him straight in. He's got a couple of easy fixtures coming up. He's got Newcastle next. He doesn't need to get 4 goals a game for him to be worth it. I mean, he's still a 9 million pound midfielder. So, and I think he's just such an attacking player who always tries to get goals. So he's in there for that price. Podence, so I only put him in last night after watching the game against City. Like he's unbelievable, and the amount of chances he gets. Again, could have had a couple of goals, was through a couple of times. Got his assist for Jimenez where he megged Kevin De Bruyne. Just 5.5 million. Like it's just again a no-brainer for me right now. And then Rodriguez. So obviously I'm an Everton fan, hence there's 3 Everton players in there. Rodriguez, the 2 games, like he's just been one of the best players on the park. Like the amount of chances this guy creates, like for 7.5 million, I just think he could get an attacking return every week. He's involved in every attack that Everton have. And then obviously DCL up front for me, hopefully going to finish a few of them as well. Bamford, I might replace him for Brewster at 4.5 million just because I think I'd rather have the money in the bank. So if I replace him for Brewster, I'll have 2.4 million in the bank. And that'll allow me to upgrade like a Son to like a Kevin De Bruyne if I really need it. So yeah, I just don't think Bamford's going to get games in this team. I think the back 4 are definitely going to play. The midfield 5, I just don't see a situation where I don't play all 5. And then it'll be like, even then I'm still trying to decide if it'll be Calvert-Lewin or Jesus. So yeah, I've got an embarrassment of riches with this team. So I just don't. I'm fairly happy on it. I might if I make a change or 2, like it'll be something that changes between now and Friday. I'm definitely not planning on it. So that's kind of where we are with that. And again, come next Sunday, I'll probably be looking to change 5 other players. But for now, I'm happy with that. So captaincy picks. So I've put the odds on from the bookies. So the bookies obviously use really good algorithms to try and work out the odds. So a lot of the time, if you're not sure about what captain to go with, check the odds on the bookies. So like you'll see Salah there, he's 4 to 5 to get a goal against Arsenal, whereas Rodriguez against Palace is 10 to 3. So just looking at the algorithms they use, they're expecting Salah to get a lot more shots, a lot more goals. So if you're ever not sure, just go to the bookies. So there are the odds there. Obviously, I don't have Sterling, so I reckon it'll be between Salah or Son. Now, although the odds do say Salah, I might go Son just because I think if Gareth Bale's playing, like there could be some amount of chances against that Newcastle team. But yeah, that's where we are with the captaincy picks. It'd be great if I could have all 4 of those players in my team, and actually I do have like. It's very easy for me to get all 4 of those in with the defenders and the attackers I've got. I mean, I did overlook Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling for Phil Foden just to save money elsewhere. I might also consider putting Willian in for 8 million or 8.1 million. And then Zaha as well. He's 7 million. Crystal Palace have like 10, I think, of their next 11 games are green fixtures. So again, the only reason I don't have Zaha in is just because I can only have 5 midfielders, and I just couldn't pick any of those midfielders to go in place of him. So yeah, that's where we are. So I think that's pretty much the end of this video. Quite a quick one. And as I say, my first ever video, so definitely leave all your comments, feedback, abuse, whatever you want to put in that chat is fine. So put it at the bottom, and yeah, I'll hopefully put another video up soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll try and remember to say that at the end of each video as well. So yeah, cool. See ya.